Good afternoon, everyone. David speaking. Welcome. It's about 20 past 3 on the 26th of February 2020. That's nearly an hour into the US trading session. And as you can see, after a pretty dismal Monday and Tuesday, the Dow has broken up and is up 350 odd points today. On an end of day basis yesterday, we had three red lights. There was a black star in the red light, which tells us the price was falling, and the momentum was to the downside. So as we go into the trading day, the short-term trend or the primary wave is down, underlying trend is down, and we're still in a confirmed up situation in the US. We'll look at the UK in a moment. I've got this is the Dow. It's a 5-minute chart of the Dow. That's how it's opened up today. It pulled back to the last old top, and I'm currently long in a spread bet here. Brave, I know, but currently long. So we shall see how that goes. Let's just look at the composite itself of the US, and let's just pull that up. In fact, if I go to here, timing, and pull up the market timing graph, there we go, and you can see that little bounce that we've had today, but we have the buy sell ratio in mega oversold territory, folks, at 0.01, 0.15. The MTI not quite at a mega oversold, but getting there at about 0.71. So the American market moving into a mega oversold situation, and that could be very interesting for a bounce or a resumption of this trend. Remember, the bull trend is still intact here. We've pulled back, and I would suspect we're going to pull back to that old top, which is also a fib level, a 50% fib level, from the low of 2019 to the high of a few days ago. So we can quite easily find some support around that old high. Maybe a little bit to fall yet until we get there. So there could be some really good opportunity ahead, and of course that all is a function of how this virus is going to actually play out. Let's see. If we go to the UK now, and I go to VectorVest UK, we can see this is an end of day program, and as you can see, three red lights. We got a confirmed down yesterday. The short-term trend is down, the longer-term trend is down, and the longer-term trend has been confirmed by price action, so we have a confirmed down in place. The pointer is in the red, and VectorVest does not advocating buying stocks at this time. So nothing to do, folks, in terms of buying stocks, nothing else to do but watching your stop losses very carefully in both sides of the pond. Certainly nothing to be bought as yet, although, as I say, in the US we're starting to get towards a mega oversold situation where I believe there will be opportunity in the days and weeks ahead, but let's not try and catch a falling knife. Let's wait for it to hit the ground, stop vibrating, and then we can simply pick it up. Funny words, easier said than done, I know. If we go to viewers, and I go to the watch list viewer, and I go to that portfolio that I've been looking at on a Monday afternoon. If I go to RT, I've sorted this portfolio by RT, folks, and that means that the shares at the bottom have got the lowest short-term trend. Those are the shares that need to be watched carefully. I had to stop out of CAS yesterday, so CAS I had to get out of. And it wasn't the end of the world. I'd taken a little bit of profit on the trade a while back, and my stop loss was at entry, so it wasn't the end of the world. I suspect that if we do get a bounce, i.e. and China, I believe, has gone back to work this week, that the copper price will move with it, so I can always get back into it again. I'm still holding Anglo. Anglo is holding on, as my granny used to say, by the skin of its teeth. And if I pull up that chart, I can show you how it looks. So that's Anglo, folks, and it clipped its stop loss the other day. And if I put up a 6-month chart here and maybe get rid of everything so you can see the wood for the trees, it broke this double top, came back and kissed it, quite a few times. I thought we were on our way here onto the virus. In fact, got us in this period. Broke down, so I have a stop loss that I'm watching below this level. I suspect, however, that the really important level will be this fib level that the institutional traders will be watching, somewhere down around that level, which is a tad below £19, £19.70 when I ran this a moment ago. Those of you that follow my work will know that we have a resistance which became support, and then it ran up, came back down, ran those lows, and now it's back down there again. So this is a very important area of support for Anglo. I'm holding on to it, but if it does close below these lows, folks, then it'll have to go. It's not the end of the world. It'll be a very small loss indeed. Just remember, the trick is to keep your losses small and do your best to keep your hands off the winners. The American market starting to look very interesting for a bounce stroke resumption of this trend. I don't know which, but far too early to do anything as yet. Even the bravest traders should wait for a green light on the front page of VectorVest US. I suspect that we'll follow it about a microsecond later. Folks, just be very careful out there. Just remember to put your shares into a watch list, resort by RT. Just remember, the work needs to be done on those shares at the bottom, and do your best to try and let the ones at the top have as much room as necessary, so that don't micromanage them, let them run. Easy to say, I know, very difficult to do in this environment. I'll see you all again next Monday afternoon. Bye bye.